This lesson we're looking at percentages of money, and the first one is on calculating a percentage of an amount. So Jessica earns 4% commission on the sales that she makes. Calculate her commission for a $15,000 sale. So when we remember about commission is that it is an extra amount of money that a person makes when they sell something. So they try and sell it for a higher price because they're going to get a little bit more. Being said that, that means their wage might not be as high as it could be because they rely a little bit more on their commission. So we know that 4% as a decimal is 0.04, and we're finding 4% of $15,000. We know that of means times, and we've got our decimal for 4% and then our $15,000. That gives us a commission of $600. The second one we're going to look at is increasing or decreasing a quantity by a percentage. So if we increase $60 by 20%, that obviously means it's getting bigger. So we have 100% plus 20%, which gives us 120% in total. And our decimal multiplier would be 1.2. So if we divide that by 100, that gives us our decimal multiplier. So if we then have 1.2 times $60, that is going to give us $72. And that's the increase of 20% of our 60 up to that 120%, which gives us our $72. The next one is a decrease $60 by 20%. So if we take our 100% and we minus our 20%, that leaves us with 80%. If we divide that by 100 to get our decimal multiplier, we get 0.8. So if we say 0.8 times $60, that leaves us with $48. So that might be if you're working in sales, you need to decrease something for a sale of an item, or if you've got a store-wide sale, 20% off, that can be really useful to quickly calculate those prices for customers. Same like this with the increase, we're talking about inflation a lot lately. Prices can increase, and so that can be how they can be quickly calculated. The last one here is calculating the percentage represented by an amount. So we've got two formula, one is for profit and one is for loss. So a percentage profit is our profit over the cost price times 100, and for loss, it is the loss over the cost price times 100. So very similar formula, it's just the only difference is you've got your profit and your loss is the numerator. So Harry bought a house for $480,000 and sold it a couple of years later for $670,000. Calculate the percentage profit to the nearest whole number. So they're the really important things that we need from that question. So the first thing we're looking at, we can see that this is what he bought it for, $480,000, and he sold it for $670,000. So we can see that is an increase, therefore meaning it is a profit. So to calculate our profit, we take what we sold it for and we minus what we paid for it. And that's going to give us a profit of $190,000. Again, we're looking at profit, so we're going to our first formula here. So our percentage profit is what the profit was, so $190,000 over the cost price. So what he paid for it, $480, and then we times it by 100. That's going to give us 39.583 repeating, which we want it to the nearest whole number. So that 5 rounds my 9 up, which in turn then rounds my 3 up to a 4. So that is a 40% profit. Now, with this being a worded question, I then need a worded answer. So therefore, Harry's percentage profit was 40%.